Hello, everybody. My name's Mark Transide, and welcome to Barista Careers 101. Now, I've been teaching people how to make coffee for a long time, but now I'm going to be covering some material that I've been asked quite a bit about, and it's just about barista careers, how to develop yourself and your career to better be able to achieve what outcomes you're actually wanting to do. So let's get right into it. Today's game plan, we're going to talk about what a career is, the overview. We're going to talk about a job versus a career. Is your current job progressing your career? We're going to answer that question together. Then we're going to help you answer this question for yourself, what your goals are, what is your direction. Then we're going to look wide, not up. Now, that might sound cryptic, but we will answer that soon. It'll make more sense when we get there. And then we'll talk about the next module. So, some people think a career is just like you learn a skill, you get a job, and then get a promotion, get better at your job, and then suddenly you're somehow successful. And you might feel like you might feel like this guy here in the corner where he's trying to climb the ladder and he just is he's struggling somewhat. Now, it's actually more like this. Your career is basically like a big ocean of people that you are helping, you're adding value to, and learning new skills so that when opportunities come about, you are ready for it. Now, some industries, it is like this. Like, for example, if you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer or an accountant or an engineer, you do just kind of get a degree, you get a qualification, you get a job and a promotion. Like, there's quite a linear path on, like, have you ever met a doctor and asked him, wow, you're a doctor. How did you become a doctor? We know how he became a doctor. He went to med school, he studied well, got good marks, and became a doctor. Like, we know how he did that. But in the coffee industry, if you meet someone who's a coffee buyer who travels around the world and tastes coffee, decides this is the coffee I want, and then purchases large amounts of this coffee to sell to roasters, we have no idea how he got that job. It's so mysterious, and that's why it's more like this big branch of networked people trying to help each other. So that's what your job is more going to be like. So it's about learning new skills, gaining new experiences, building strong relationships. Now, see this word here? Networking. It's a very funny thing. We'll get there. And being so that you are ready to take opportunities. Now, the most important thing, if you take only one thing from this lesson, let it be this. Career advancement is when your skills, experience, relationships, and opportunities allow you to better realize your short and long-term goals and objectives. So that's always going to be the crux of it. Now, these three here, skills, experience, and relationships, that is networking, again, we'll get there, that counts as preparation so that when the opportunities come, you're ready. And yay, then you can be like these people. Preparation meets opportunity. That is career advancement. Now, this is scary, but we're gonna face this up front. It is very likely that no one cares about your career progress except for you. You're going to have a lot of friends, a lot of good people, some bosses around you. Everyone's really super awesome, but when it comes to your career progress, it's only you and maybe your mum who cares about your career. Now, even suppose you have some good. If you disagree with that scary statement, and you say, no, Mark, I disagree with you. There's lots of people who care about my career. Well, congratulations. That means you have healthy professional relationships. Now, some of you might not. And that means you need to build them. You need to go out there. It's a deliberate thing. How do you build professional relationships? You help people. You add value. And then when things come, Anyway, moving on. So the question is there any preparation you need to do so that you're ready to take the opportunities? Now we're going to talk about a job versus a career. A job is where you go to work and you earn a paycheck. A career means that your jobs, now remember, having a job is not a bad thing. Jobs are good. You could be anywhere in life. Maybe you don't even work in a cafe. Maybe you work somewhere else. Jobs are good. It just means that your jobs, experiences, education is helping you advance in pay and responsibility. And in the end, is your experience or education leading you somewhere? Or are you just, I'm just reading this now, don't worry, job to job, no plan. Anyway, so is your current job progressing your career? Now, I might surprise you with this, but the answer is it could be. It probably is. So the answer probably is yes. And it all depends on your attitude. Could you learn new skills where you are? Could you get more experiences? Could you invest further in the relationships that you have at your workplace? Are there further opportunities available for you? So it's just change your attitude, or just start thinking about your career in these ways, and you'll be doing pretty good. So remember, careers are somewhat about goals or directions. We don't all like goals. Goals are kind of sucky. Um, I I'm trying to avoid goals. I'm trying to more focus just on a direction. So you're in two boats. You might say, I don't have a goal. Or you have goals and you know where you want to go. Now, you've got to be careful whichever boat you're in. Whichever of these boats, there's problems with both of these boats. And I'll tell you what. If you don't have a goal direction, you're going to steal inspiration from other people. Look around. See people who are doing cool things, and steal their inspiration. First, think about yourself. Think about your own experiences, interests, and values. What do you like? What brings you joy? Um, you know, and once you've reflected on your own things, then you can think about other people and what they do. Ask people about their jobs. Everyone you meet, just say, "Oh, now." You don't want to just go up to people and say, "What do you do?" Because who likes being asked what they do? When you meet people, your cousins, or at Christmas parties, and people say, "What do you do?" That question kind of sucks. But you can learn about people. You can ask about their experience, interests, values, and then see if anything lines up, and you might be inspired to do cool things. Say you do have a goal. That's great, but you want to be careful. Be prepared for it to change, because people change. You will change, and whatever goal you have, just be really mindful about that. Now, also talk about your goals. But not so much that you forget to act on them. Some people we all have friends. Have you ever met that friend who talks about what they're going to do and they never do it? Don't be that person. Talk about your goals. Talk to people, but don't forget to do it. Talk to people who are doing that thing that you want to do or you're interested in. When I first went to university, I studied a year of engineering. Funny thing is, I'd never even spoken to an engineer. I'd never even spoken to an engineering student. I just decided to borrow $6,000 and study engineering. So if you think you have a goal, I thought I was going to be an engineer, I should have talked to people who are already doing it. And then I would have found out that I didn't want to do that. I want to do something different. When you meet these people, ask them what they would do differently if they were to start over. Because you don't want to just sort of walk down a path. Say you want to open a cafe, so you just go out and start a cafe. You're going to make lots of mistakes. Talk to people who already own cafes and find out what mistakes they made, so you don't make those mistakes. Now, if your goal is too specific, like mine was back in the old days, this is not about me being an engineer. I had a goal to be a progressive metal superstar. I was going to be yeah, that's okay. I'm just going to pause here. Take a deep breath. Oh, take a deep breath. If you focus too much on a super specific goal, you're going to miss out on the random super great opportunities just off to the side. Now, this is not a joke. This is true. My goal, and I'm still proud of this, my goal was to become a progressive metal superstar in Berlin. Me and my band, I was in a metal band, we were ready to go to Berlin, to Germany, and start our careers, or rather, become amazing. But there were some amazing opportunities just off to the side. Now, if you haven't already figured out, I'm not a superstar in Berlin. I, in fact, left my job to start a pop-up cafe rent-free. And when I did that, I learned so many lessons. I made so many mistakes. I didn't make much money at all. I ended up in a little bit of debt. But I also had the opportunity to start tutoring physics and maths to high schoolers. I taught, I did 1 year of engineering, remember, and I still managed to keep those skills. And the opportunity came up for me to teach kids maths and science, and it was good. I got like quite a good wage compared to what I usually get, but I was ready for the opportunities that came up. And also, I started a barista school recently, and it was super cool. Now, here's the main thing. I noticed that I've forgotten about the big main goal. I've just focused on these random opportunities. They came because I had skills, experience, relationships that prepared me for the opportunities that came about. And when I took these opportunities, by the way, yeah, that's preparation meets opportunity. I learned new experiences. I had new relationships and new skills and new opportunities that came from here. And I was always learning new things and developing my career in a totally random way. It's not predictable. I couldn't have. A couple of years ago, I could not have predicted these things. So remember, your career doesn't always have to go up all the time, getting more money, more responsibility. Your career doesn't have to be predictable. You don't just measure money and responsibility. You just got to ask yourself, are you learning? Are you meeting new people? Can you help these people? And also, are you experiencing new things? your career should go wide. This is sort of something that I've learned. I haven't just sort of put one foot in front of the other. I've just kept my ears out. So what does it mean for a career to go wide? It's not just changing jobs all the time. Going wide is like meeting people, attending industry events. I've competed in the Barista Championships. You don't have to compete in the barista competitions. You can just volunteer. I had such an amazing experience volunteering as a helper at the New Zealand Barista Championships, clearing tables, meeting people, and just saying hi and doing timekeeping. Just visit other cafes, visit roasters, go wide and just meet people. That is going to help your career so much. If you're not doing that, do that more. Because this all helps me learn new skills, gain experiences, build relationships. It's all preparation and the opportunities. Sometimes they come to you, but sometimes you have to go out and seek them. So, deep breath. I've been talking quite a lot. I'm just going to pause. So now what? This is where we are. Now we take action with a pen and a paper. Pause this video. Have you paused the video? I hope you have. Now go get a pen and paper. Great. And now write down, this is an exercise I want you to do. Write down the most recent skill you learned. Write down the most recent relationship you formed that can help your career. Write down the most recent exciting new industry experience and the most recent time that you sought out a new opportunity or an opportunity came to you. Now, just about that last thing, at the beginning of your career, you'll be seeking out opportunities. If you do these other things right, you will have opportunities coming to you. If they're not, then you need to get better relationships, help more people. Now, all we've done is write things down. That's not enough. You also now need to get the pen and paper again and write down a skill that you're going to develop, a new skill. We've talked about the most recent skill you've learned. Maybe that was 6 months ago, maybe that was a week ago, maybe that was a year ago, but now we're going to learn a new skill. We're going to write down a new type of person you're going to meet. You're going to meet someone new, build new relationships, and you're going to get a new experience and seek out a new opportunity. So that's what you're going to do. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson on progressing your coffee career. My name has been Mark Churnside, and stick around because in the next module coming up very soon is going to be about money, value, and skills. We're going to dig deep into that. So I'll see you next time. Now, and also contact me here if you have any questions. Please reach out. I'd love to talk to anyone. If you like this, let me know. Thanks. My name's been Mark Churnside. I'll see you later. Bye.